Boom. And there it is. What's good, people? Y'all already know what it is. It is a Wednesday night right here on Dope Enterprise, live on YouTube. And it is your host, two-time ATL's hottest, the God DJ Agony, also known as Dr. Dope. In here with another quick 30, man. First of all, I'm gonna give some shout outs right quick. Big shouts out to Mr. Abel of GME for coming through, being willing to reschedule with me this Friday, this Monday instead of last Friday, coming through, kicking good shit, doing the interview. And, like I said, hey, as long, when I have dope people in here, I always tell everybody the same thing. As long as there's a seat right there, come back through. You know what I'm saying? As long as ain't nobody sitting right there, you always more than welcome. So big shouts out to Mr. Abel of GME. Big shout out to excuse me, big shouts out to Miss Shea Butter for putting that together. Yo, appreciate you. Salute. Um Also, I don't know if y'all noticed something, something a little different. Um, I'm wearing glasses. Um, but I can see it's just I'm out here supporting a new brand. So reach out to Shades by Peaches, one of our dope alumnus that has sat on this side of the screen with us, Miss Davelin Love. She started a new line of shades, and I said, well, shoot, give me two. So yeah, I got one for each hand, and you know what I'm saying? Big shouts out to Devlin for that new business venture. Yo, look her up on all social platforms. Shades by Peaches. Got a significant meaning to that too. So, y'all read the little bio on that too. So yeah. Also big shouts out to 17 Print Shop. Yo, them dope shirts, man. It's more coming. It's more coming. Like y'all might be looking right now, but yo, man, this shirt got a letter Roman numerals on it. Yeah, it's a dope shirt. Like, if you were to spell it out, it's gonna spell dope. You know what I'm saying? 4, 15, 16, 5. Yeah, I do shit like that. So tomorrow, Cinco de Mayo. I know y'all going out there and turning what they call the fuck up. Yo, all my people in the chat, drop something on the side and tell me, like, hey, where y'all going this Cinco? Because you know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to know where y'all partying at. Is I will be, well, I ain't telling y'all where I'm gonna be at, because I don't know, it might be some creeps and weirdos out here. And I don't know what y'all be on. So I don't know. I don't know. Hell no, hell no, hell no. But in the meantime though, drop in the chat where y'all gonna be at Cinco de Mayo. I might run up on y'all. I don't know. Then y'all don't know. I don't know if I want to party with y'all either. Niggas is weird out here. But however, tonight's quick 30 won't be about Cinco. Surprisingly enough, I know y'all up here wondering, what the hell? Thought we was gonna talk about tequila and shit. Nah, nah, nah. Because most importantly, Sunday is Mother's Day. Big shouts out to all the moms out there, single moms, married moms, you know what I'm saying? People celebrating their moms in heaven this year, big shouts out, and what I'm saying, my salute to y'all, because you can only imagine how you'll feel when you get in that particular situation. But yeah, big shouts out to all the moms out there, a mom of any kind. Well, I don't know. But yeah, so with that being said, this quick 30, because that's what we do on Wednesday nights, this quick 30 is top 10 TV moms. That's right. Yeah, because, I'm a TV movie guy. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, I'm going to know about the moms out there. Hell, most of my favorite TV shows got cool moms in it. I will tell you now, Florida Evans did not make this list, nor will she ever. Um, I could elaborate on that, but if you've seen Good Times and know me personally, then you can understand. You know what? Ray ain't gonna put Florida Evans on there. Reason being is because hell, I'm not. The fuck, and, until she got them folks out the projects, or at least allowed them to do whatever they had to do to get out the projects. Yeah, nah, Florida Evans gets no shots out here. So, yeah, out of my top 10, no Florida Evans. So don't even ask, don't even look. Um, but let's jump into the list. Shit, let's jump into the list. Number 10. Number 10, I have, and this one's a fairly new TV mom, but at the same time, like, this lady's ill. Like, she's fucking ill. Um, the show started off as a Netflix series, and now it's on BET. I guess BET's picked it up. The Miss Pat show. Miss Pat. Now, y'all up there looking like the fact that show's so new, why is she on here? Miss Pat was able to pull off the for real black mom because they had her show on Netflix, so there was little to no censorship. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be honest, thinking about growing up with my mom, she's more like Miss Pat than just about most of the women on this list. Like, to get smacked up, if you say something crazy, to get cussed out, if you say something crazy or do something crazy, that shit is real. Like that is for real, for real. Like Miss Pat is probably the realest. She's so low on the list just because she's so new. But Miss Shea Butter checking in. What's happening with your shout? Salute. Uh you're more than welcome, lady. More than welcome. But yeah, Miss Pat would definitely be my number 10, only because of her newness. Um, maybe had she had been around some years, nah, Miss Pat wouldn't have been around years ago because there wouldn't have been a network that could have contained her. Because and then Netflix didn't exist at the time. So big shouts out to the lady Miss Pat, man. She doing her thing. Like I said, that's probably one of the realest moms on TV that can make you like, yo, a lot of people sitting up there like having flashbacks watching that show. Like, yo, my mom's was just like that. And I was like, yo, I'm one of them. I feel you. Number 9 actually got switched around, and I'll tell y'all about that later. But number 9 is Rochelle Rock from Everybody Hates Chris. Once again, another one of those real ass moms that's just like, yeah, nah, that's not one I want to get in trouble with. I'll never forget one of my favorite moments was when she told Chris Rock that she would slap him into another family. And next thing you know, they have the cutaway, and it's Chris sitting there eating dinner with a bunch of Koreans. Yeah. And you know what? It's some moms out there that'll do that shit too. Um, I know one. Yeah, she still do that shit. So yeah, man, it's like you don't want to mess with that one. You wanna play your cards right, leave well enough alone when it comes to a mom like that because they are real, they do exist, and okay, one more cutaway I remember particularly too, where she told Chris she slapped him in the middle of next week, and so next thing you know, um, they sitting up there eating dinner at the table, and they said, "Mom, where's Chris?" Oh, I slapped him in the middle of next week. He'll be home by Tuesday. It's ghetto gold, man. I love it. So big shouts out to Arnold playing the character of Rochelle Rock. That's one of those ones, man. It was a good show, and the level of realism with being a mom was definitely there. Number 8. Number eight's interesting mom. She's a very interesting mom. Number 8 is Tasha Mack from the game. Was she loud? Absolutely. Annoying? Often. However, watching the game, she made sure that Malik, even though he's a grown man, professional athlete, if you notice, anytime Tasha Mack wasn't involved in his dealings and left him to his own ambitions, he had a way of derailing himself. So she had to keep Malik on the course. Like, and that was the thing about it. Like, yes, everything that went around her had you like, but as a mom and a manager, she kept her son and her client in line, in order. By the time we get to this new edition of the game, Malik's looking to be an owner of a team. You know what I'm saying? So it's like one of those things where Tasha Mack, had she not kept him in line, even just beyond him growing up, beyond him making a team, but kept him in line while he was playing pro ball to where he didn't fall through those hit those pitfalls that most professional athletes can hit that'll derail their careers. She kept him lined up. Now, yeah, he did veer off a few times, time or two. Remember Malik had to go to rehab once. He punched the guy once, so now he has to do all the sensitivity training. Um, so there was a lot that went into this dude. Just he's trying to grow up. She's trying to grow him up, but she know that it's like if you let go his hand, he's gonna run out in the street. So she did what she had to do, man. Big shouts out to Tasha Mack from the game. That's my number 8 spot. Number 7 is a switch. It's a switch because this mom's actually animated. Yeah, I know. Don't trip though. DJ Agnew watch cartoons too, so it's all good. Um, Number 7 is Trudy Proud. We got to give shouts out to Trudy Proud just because from the Proud family. We got to give shouts out to her because when you live with your husband who's a whole space cadet, he's often off on his own planet, and then your mother-in-law she ain't that right either. Trudy Proud was the one that stayed grounded and kept the Proud family whole and grounded and centered. And it was like, okay, she holding it down. She keeping it together. We love that about Trudy Proud, man. And she was a veterinarian, which means she was very intelligent. And so it even allowed it for her husband to try to invent a new snack food. And of course, it never worked. And they were all disgusting. Even the monkey. What's the monkey name? Mr. Chips. Yeah, he wasn't even trying to be a test subject. Like that's just how bad shit was. But nonetheless, she she kept encouraging him that he can do it, even though we all know, including her, that he could not. Big shouts out to Trudy Proud, man. She could have been just told him, yo, sit your dumb ass down and go get a job. But nope, she supported him, even in his failures, especially in his failures. Big shouts out to her. Um, Number 6. I like number 6. I'm not a big fan of the show, but the character, yes. D Mitchell from Moesha. That lady did her best with that family. That lady did her best. I'm sorry, I'm not a fan of Moesha. Not a fan of the show. Um, I just felt like Moesha's character was just a little too much. You know what I'm saying? And maybe it's because I've never been, nor do I have a teenage girl. So maybe it's just too much for me. And she gave D hell, and it's one of those things where she's grieving over her own mom passing away, and then now, dad brings in a new mom, stepmoms or whatever. And so I get why, I get that she could feel some kind of way about that, but she gave D hell. But D held it together. She held it down. It wasn't until Frank's other son shows up that it's just like, oh, I can't do this shit no more. And I mean, mind you, she holds on his family and is still a career woman. This D was a principal at the high school. Like, take it from somebody who's worked in the school on all 3 levels. Principal ain't an easy job to get. They don't just give that one out. Like, substitute, janitor, paraprofessional. Yeah, they give those jobs out. Anybody get one of them. Principal? Mm. Which means D had to be doing something right as a professional. Big shouts out to D Mitchell for trying to stick it through with their family. But yo, sometimes you got to know when to fold them, and them folks had fucking problems. But I digress. It is what it is. Number 5, and we're at our halfway point now. So number 5, um, I like this character. I like this character. I like this show. That is Rainbow Johnson from Blackish. Reason why I like her character so much is the contrast with her and Dre. Dre's kid from Compton that makes it good, but he spends all his time one trying to maintain his livelihood and at the same time keep it real. Yeah, Bo sees none of that. Bo came from a very diverse background, multiracial, multicultural, and it's almost like with her, let's just live as we are. But Dre has to keep it real. He got to keep it street for the hood and for the black people. And she's like, that's cool too. But sometimes, and we've often learned that there's a such thing called keeping it real going wrong. Let's not let that happen. And with her being that balance, that ultimate counterweight, that's what kept Dre so many times from letting keeping it real goes wrong. So big shouts out to Rainbow Johnson, also known as Bo from Blackish. Now, number 4. Oh, we took a totally different spin with number 4. Totally different spin with number 4. But this is a mom. I would have felt some kind of way if I did not have her on my list. Carmela Soprano from The Sopranos. Um, when I tell you she was all about her family, and culturally, Culturally, historically, that's how Italians are. It is family first, family over everything. But this lady is for real about her family. Um, I never forget one time Tony was out of town and somebody comes knocking at the door. She automatically jumps up thinking it's the feds. So she's hitting buttons, putting locks on stuff, this, that, and the third. Goes to a column in the house, hits it on the side, pulls out a whole AK 47, and it goes to the door ready to bang out just to find out that it's the minister stopping by to see if she was okay because he knew she was home alone. It was crazy. The thing is about Carmela Soprano too is that even though Tony was not the model husband, not the greatest dad, she kept that family together. Like she held in with her husband, and it was one of those things, even as a mom, like I mean, you got kids like AJ and Meadow who they don't quite know how deeply affiliated their family is, but at the same time, it's like we are rich though. We do know that. We live on the good side of New Jersey. And every year, if you never noticed, every year on The Sopranos, when GM dropped a new vehicle, Tony drove it. And when the Escalade came out, the Escalade's brand new. Tony had one. The Yukon XL, which used to be the Suburban, Tony had one. You know what I'm saying? So those kids know they're rich. They know they're in privilege, but she still tried to normalize it. Like, go to school, make good grades, go to college, go be something professional. Not like, oh, we're gonna live and everybody's gonna go into dad's business. Carmela knew what dad was into. She'd been known Tony since he was 15, 16 years old. She knew what he was into. She knew who he grew up with. You know what I'm saying? But to steer her kids in the opposite direction, I felt like that's some good momming right there. So big shouts out to Carmela Soprano. She was with that shit. Now we at the top three. Top three was actually fairly easy. I'm pretty sure everybody knows what number one is. That's without question. But we're gonna run through the top three anyway. So number three, Harriet Winslow. That was a y'all had to know she was gonna be in the top three, right? Um, Harriet was the type mom that if the shit you was on was stupid, she told you. Big shouts out to Regina Sunshine. What's happening with your shoulder? Um, but yeah, if you was on some dumb shit, she told you. And Eddie normally was on something stupid. Laura was not excluded. Like the time Laura tried to sneak in the club buff, and Harriet, Rachel, and Mama Winslow was in there as she runs into him trying to sneak out. Oh yeah, Harriet wasn't a pushover mom. She was a caring mom. She was not like how the earlier ones were with like let's say a Miss Pat or Rochelle from Everybody Hates Chris. But she was stern enough that it's just like, you know what? Let's not get on this bad side. This ain't that's not a safe place. So Harriet Winslow definitely gets my top three spot. Number two, of course, y'all know number two. If Harriet Winslow's number three, everybody knows number one. Who's number two? It's fucking Aunt Viv from the Fresh Prince. Come on, man. Not only was she an awesome mom to her three kids, but also her knucklehead nephew from Philadelphia. He had to be on there. Ha! Talk that shit. Big shouts out to my LF in the building. But yeah, so of course number two is gonna be Antville from Fresh Prince. I mean, look, hey, that lady there, she's similar to our number one. She's very similar to our number one, and to where she didn't have to raise her voice a lot of times. Now, of course, there were times she did because Will and Carlton were always into something. And then there's Hillary, who, well, there's Hillary. Yeah, I got nothing for that. There's just Hillary. So yeah, sometimes she did have to get real with them folks, but for the most part, nah, she was very, very mild, very, very even keel, medium temperature. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but she definitely let them know when they was on some dumb shit. Balanced all that and was also a professor, a university professor. Like Aunt Viv was the shit professionally and still kept a family together, maintained their livelihood. But once again, she's another one to where she knew they was rich. Philip knew they was rich. The kids knew they were rich, but there was no freebies. You know what I'm saying? Nobody in that house got a freebie. Nobody in that house got a freebie. Big shouts out to Stella. What up, Beef? original Harriet and Aunt Viv were amazing moms. Well, we really don't bring up the second Harriet because she was only there for half of the last season. So it's almost like it's almost like she just wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Like the second half of that last season, they had brought the original Harriet back. And then yeah, as far as original Aunt Viv go, yeah, my motto when it comes to Fresh Prince and Martin, season 1 through 3 only. But I digress. That's a me thing. All right. So to give a quick recap of the list, number 10, I had Miss Pat from the Miss Pat show. That mean cuss your ass out type mama. Number 9, Rochelle Rock, the one that'll slap you in the middle of next week from Everybody Hates Chris. Number 8, Tasha Mack from the game. Should get you right, get your contract right. But listen to your mom when she's telling you something about your career. Number 7, our only animated mom, Trudy Proud from the Proud family. Number 6, D Mitchell from Moesha. You hung in there, D. You did all you could. Number 5, Rainbow Johnson from Blackish. Trying to keeping it real from going wrong. Nothing wrong with that. Big salute. Number 4, Carmela Soprano. Family over everything. Big shouts out to the Sopranos. Number 3, Harriet Winslow. Family Matters. Do what you had to do, lady. Hey, it was awesome though. Harriet was great. Number 2, Aunt Viv from Fresh Prince. Professor, professional mom, ultimate mom on TV. At number 1, of course, you all know who number 1 is. I'm gonna tell you anyway, but of course, y'all already know. Claire Huxtable from the Cosby Show. Who didn't know that? Which one of y'all didn't know that? I'm looking at some of the names in the chat. I want to know who didn't know that. Who ain't know it was gonna be Claire Huxtable? Claire Huxtable is the ultimate TV mom. She's like that archetype. Like we look at Claire Huxtable, I'm just like, yeah, Claire Huxtable and Claire and Cliff Huxtable were inadvertently some of they were our TV parents, but like they were like parents to us, but on TV. Like it was crazy. But the Claire Huxtable was a professional woman. She was a businesswoman. Um, she Claire Huxtable was she an attorney? She was an attorney. So she's an attorney. So it means she's not only this is not just a regular professional life. Like Claire Huxtable's like up here as far as professionally. I don't think she could have did more professionally being an attorney as probably a politician. You know what I'm saying? But she's a professional woman, which means her career. I think lawyers don't just go punch 8 hours and go home. They got to study legal docs, go through precedents, build their cases. Like, yo, it's a lot that goes into being an attorney. And she did that, and yet and still scared Vanessa away from drinking when her drunk ass came home that night. Like, yeah, kept Cliff on the rails quite a few times. Um, Even let Sandra and Elvin come with they damn Princeton ass back to live there because they wanted a nature store instead of being Princeton people. Like, I mean, Claire Huxtable, and she was another one to where Claire Huxtable did not have to get loud, y'all. I can, I can vividly remember never hearing Claire Huxtable raise her voice at all. Where did the Cosby Show go? Somebody correct me. I want to say the Cosby Show went 8 seasons, and in 8 seasons, I don't think I've ever heard Claire Huxtable raise her voice. But then again, at the same time, you knew not to run up. You knew not to fuck around with bud when it came to Claire Huxtable, all right? Because hey, it ain't safe. It ain't good. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we got some comments and outstanding list. Can't wait for the Father's Day top 10. That will be coming soon. That will be the Wednesday before Father's Day. So y'all stay tuned for that one. She should read those kids down when they got out of order. Elvin too. Yes, she did. She had a way of saying stuff that was just like, you know what? I'd rather get cussed out. I'd rather get slapped into a new family, slapped in the middle of next week, grab my ear, throw me into something. Because the way she said it, it was so cold and deliberate. It was just like, man, mama don't even love me no more, man. It's a man. But it was real though, and it was out of love. Of course, Vanessa having big fun with the ratchet. Yes, indeed. See, trying to keep Vanessa from being ratchet with the ratchet. That's what good momming is, though. Big shouts out to everybody that tuned in tonight, man. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Like, share, subscribe. Dope Enterprise on YouTube. Um, Let your peoples know. 8 o'clock Wednesday. Got 30 minutes to kill, you know what I'm saying? Like how we do, we used to watch sitcoms. Guess what? Come on to the dope show and watch the top 30. Well, watch the quick 30. You know what I'm saying? Watch DJ Agnes top 10 list. Because it's gonna be different every week. It's gonna progressively be some stuff. You're gonna be like, wait, what, really? So, but yeah, big shouts out to everybody that came through. Big thank you to everybody that came through. Also, just to recap some things, big shouts out to Mr. Abel and GME for coming through this past Monday, day before yesterday, kicking good shit. If y'all have not watched that, definitely go watch that interview. It's on YouTube right now as we speak. Also, definitely check into my brother Jihad Live TV. He kicking good shit over there. With what he got going on. Check. I think it's Jihad Live TV on YouTube. So go check him out as well. Um, Stay tuned with Dope. Like I said, Wednesdays and Friday nights we kicking good shit. This Friday, uh, this Friday. That's really all I can say about this Friday. But yeah, we got some stuff coming up, man. Yo, I could go ahead and let the cat out the bag now. So y'all come close to the screen. Come close to the screen. Turn the speaker up. Dope will be hosting his first dating show soon. Yeah, that's about to happen. Right here. Dope Enterprise on YouTube. Of course, DJ Agnes gonna be in there to host because well shit, it's my show. Who else gonna host it if I ain't here? Duh. Anyway, follow me on Dope Enterprise on Facebook, Dope Dot Enterprise on Instagram, Dope Enterprise on YouTube. Like I said, tell your peoples about it. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, but most importantly, enjoy yourself. I end it like I ended every week. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery that mediocrity can pay to greatness. I am DJ Agony. This is my quick 30. I am Dr. Dope, and I'm out. Peace.